It is I, destroyer of the TDRs. I've come to fulfill my destiny. Ah, it seems you caught me without any pants.
Just kidding on that first part. Hello and welcome to Liam's Lyceum. I am your host, Liam, aka Himvar, and today I'll be telling you why you should read Joel Shepard's The Spiral Wars. Imagine a future 1,000 years from now. Earth has been destroyed by aliens, and in retaliation, the remaining humans commit xenocide, completely wiping out the guilty party. While humanity is victorious and firmly in place as a power in the galaxy after a series of wars, the truth behind these wars will shake the galaxy to its core. Joel Shepard is an Australian author known for his Cassandra Kresnov series as well as his A Trial of Blood and Steel series. His current project is The Spiral Wars. There are 10 planned books in this science fiction space opera series, and to be more specific, I found it leaning more into hard science fiction, but comparatively for me, I did also find it easier to read than, say, The Expanse. There are 7 current books out already, being Renegade, Drysene Legacy, Cantivin Vault, Defiance, Chroma Venture, Rando Splicer, and Qualia Drop. Each are about 400 pages, and Shepard releases about one a year. The Spiral is a colloquial name of the arm of the Milky Way galaxy where humanity and several other sapient species find themselves in. At the beginning of the first book, Renegade, a century-spanning war has just ended, with humanity and her allies proving victorious against the bureaucratic Tavalai and the hive mind Sard. The UFS Phoenix is a top-of-the-line warship built with allo technology, one of humanity's allies in the past war. Returning to the homeworld after the war, celebrations occur, and we are introduced to one of our main characters, Eric de Boganda, the son of an extremely wealthy head of a trade empire. Even though he's a rich kid, he is actually sort of an underdog and very relatable. In fact, in his family, the women are the one who make all the money. He is the third shift, effectively third string pilot on the UFS Phoenix. Captain Pantio of the UFS Phoenix is considered a war hero as an icon of fleet, until of course he decided to join politics for the cause of the worlders, the people who live in and around planets, as opposed to the space-focused spacers, which includes all of Fleet, who's had a boost in power following the war's end. Shortly in the story, Pantio is assassinated and Eric framed. He is rescued by Major Trace Thacker, the woman in charge of the Marines on Phoenix. She is Kulina, a type of hardened spiritual warrior, and to be honest, she's a complete badass. After his rescue, one of the most intense escape scenes I've ever read occurs. In fact, I was almost shaking reading it. And from there, Phoenix is considered a renegade ship. And as they go along the galaxy, they are disrupting more and more things, uncovering more and more secrets, and they go further and further out into space the longer and longer they're out there. We get to see several interesting alien species in this series. The Tavalai somewhat resemble frogs and are larger than humans, and Sard are kind of spider-like and work in a hive mind. Perrin have a martial society that is controlled by the ever-fluctuating psychological states called houses that Perrin fluctuate between, always making a big political game for their empire that is 100% connected to their biology. There are the mysterious Allo and Chroma, which have more revealed to you as you progress through the series. By far, the most interesting to me and my favorite aliens, though, are the AI that once ruled the galaxy in millennia past. They're created by the Fathers, an ancient race now extinct. They rose up and established themselves for millennia until an alliance of sapient species drove them from the galaxy. They are called hacksaws by humans, and there is a kill-on-sight order in place for most species societies. They want no risk of AIs enslaving organic races ever again. Exploring the complete alien nature of a synthetic intelligence is fascinating, and hacksaws are very much tied to the fate of the Spiral, long after most are thought extinct. The way Shepard is able to showcase their alien nature through human eyes is phenomenal. Now focusing on characters, in a sense, Eric is the young hero and his Gandalf or Merlin is Trace. She is super important to his growth and success, but for different reasons. For one, she doesn't die in the first book. Trace, again, is just amazing. She's extremely wise and uses her experience to teach Eric how to be a leader, while essentially being a sort of legend and god mixed into one for her fellow Marines. She does the heavy lifting, and when boots are on the ground, she saves the day. It's a nice contrast to Eric piloting maneuvers, saving their butts when the ship heads into combat in space. Another important character is Lisbeth de Boganda, Eric's younger sister. She's trained as an engineer, and her role expands gradually throughout the series. I don't want to go too much into this since I don't want to spoil anything, but she has a very different path growing out of her mother's and sister's shadows compared to her brother, though they are intertwined. Another fantastic part of the story is the camaraderie between the entire crew. It reminds me mostly of Bridge 4 from the Stormlight Archive. Death seems unavoidable to the UFS Phoenix, but the fiery trials the ship and its crew go through really cement this amazing relationship. It also has the added dynamic of space crew mixed with the marine company led by Trace. Plus, the world building is top notch. Plus, the world building is the closest epic fantasy I've experienced in science fiction so far, with so many factions going head to head with similar and dissimilar goals, and also working side by side in an expansive world. And since it's limited to the entire universe, there is still so much lore that can grow from what is revealed, and you gradually get more and more of this with each installment. The only other person I know that has read some of this series is my brother, and I'd like to thank him for his input and ideas for this video. As of filming this, he's actually ahead of me, as I've recently finished Chroma Venture, and he has started Rando Splicer, which is impressive considering I started well before him. If you don't want to pay the money for the pods, the whole series is on Kindle Unlimited in some locations. Let me know what you think of the video. Again, trying out different formats here. And anyways, thanks for watching. This has been Liam with Liam's Lyceum, and until next time, abianto.